Day 28 of the Day English Speaking Challenge. So, in the previous video, I was trying to explain about feeling, and I opened the topic about the feeling of sadness, and I explained a little bit about the reasons why someone could experience sadness in their life. And for today, I would like to try to explain about the signs of sadness. When you are being sadness, the signs are including crying, and obviously it should be the real one, because there are people who will fake crying themselves, whether because they need to, like for example, if they were an actor and they need to act and made a scene when they were crying, so they need to cry, right? There are people who also fake crying out of various reasons, and I wouldn't explain about it deeply today. And beside that crying, it could be also withdrawing yourself from social activities. Maybe for introverts out there, it wouldn't be very obvious, but perhaps even if you're an introvert and like you have, let's say, less preference of getting into social activities, but you still choose to do social activities for some time, and if it's getting less, it could be a sign of sadness. And then beside that, withdrawing from social activities, it could be lost in self and anhedonia, which means you lost interest of like in things that once brought you happiness or joy, and etc. There are a lot of signs. And for physically, I would explain that some of them would probably be you got headache because of your body was releasing cortisol, which caused by stress because of sadness was a negative feeling, so it led your body to release cortisol, and it could lead also to headache, and it also fatigue, sleep problems, and etc. Or perhaps you become, instead of physically, like the signs that I mentioned before, it could be become you are getting quiet, like exceptionally quiet. Maybe because like if you are quiet and you are sad, you become much more quiet and you didn't, like, people didn't barely see you in a social activity, like it getting more rare than it used to be. And for the physical again, let's talk about the physical again. Yeah, headache, fatigue, and then yeah, if all of them were happening like in a long period of time and it's getting excessive and you couldn't really manage your feeling, you couldn't manage your emotion, it could lead you to become stressful, like depression. And that's why it is good for you and for me and for us to learn how to manage our emotion well, so we wouldn't be experiencing depression, obviously. And we will be, better to live our life, because life isn't always about happiness, right? And I hope you enjoy it. Bye.